You'll tell me if I have lipstick on my teeth, won't you?
Perfect. You look fair.
We're back.
We're back, everyone.
We are back. My name's Dale from Dale's Addiction.
And I'm Connor from The Closet.
And we're excited to bring to you...
Another collab.
Yeah, another collab. Well, I love how you've protected the hair.
It's not only fashionable, it's practical.
It's Hermes.
Look like I have a bonnet.
You do look like you have a bonnet. So, what does your Hermes scarf say about you?
You don't want to know.
Do we look like we're in disguise?
We always wanted to do the Thelma and Louise.
We did.
Minus the, jumping off the cliff, just the driving on the lamb.
Yeah, we had to do it. And now the car's back, so we did it today. Yes, and I decided to go for Carrie Bradshaw styling. Well, is this like more Samantha?
Yeah, more
Samantha. She does it like this with the big
Chanel
hoops.
earrings. Yeah.
Yes. Whereas I can't. I don't like big earrings.
And mine is more...
Chicken.
Mine's more... What's her name? Winona Ryder in The Crucible.
Yes, it is.
I said it looked like I got my wisdom teeth out.
You're smouldering. Oh, look at us. Restyle.
I should wear this as my mask at work.
Oh, that would be nice.
Getting the most out of my lux. Lux on a budget. Do you wear scarves? No.
No.
I have this
How
one.
would you wear it? It's beautiful.
I don't know. I just got it because it was really pretty. And it's blue and green. I like aqua.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I bought this one on holiday.
Holiday.
It's Emilio Pucci bags.
Mini bag.
So we're going to say this is not a mini bag because it's a bag charm.
I love this. What is it? Pink?
It's bubblegum pink.
I love this.
Very, very pink. Yeah.
I'm a sniffer.
Sometimes it suits me to call this a bag, and sometimes I just call it a bag charm.
Yeah.
But when you think about all the bags that are coming out now, I mean, Jacquemus started with the Le Chiquita and Le Chiquito.
Yeah.
And now Balenciaga are moving into the tiny little bags, so they're not charms, they're bags.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
I just think they're a bit ridiculous. I think it started when, I can't remember, it was a few years ago, but Lizzo took I think it was Valentino such and such, and it was tiny. It would have been smaller than that bag charm.
Yeah.
And she took it to the AMAs or
Smaller
VMAs.
than that.
It was tiny, and she held it, and it was this novelty, it's just the smallest piece of designer item that you could possibly take. But unless you are you got money to burn, I just think that what is the point of buying a high-end item that serves literally no purpose but to be a flex? That it's just dumb. You've got to... when you get homeware stuff, it serves a purpose, like a coaster or a candle or whatever. But those bags that you barely could fit in, a toothpick, it's I just don't get it.
So what do you think then, if we take it next level... What do you think about the little Chanel square vanity bags, which I would say it's a bag. It's not a bag charm. It's in the Chanel small leather goods section. So they're not calling it a bag.
Do you mean the card holder on chain things?
No,
or the actual vanity?
The little boxy ones. Cassie Thorpe calls it the 2-finger flex. Where you can just hold it by the little top handle like that.
I don't.
Do they fall into the same category?
I mean, they're not as bad.
Why?
Because you can fit a bit more in, I think. But I still think it's a bit silly.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as yeah. I mean, if you can't fit a wallet or a phone in it.
I do have to say, Mel in Melbourne, in her Louis Vuitton collection video, she must have done that well, there was a lot of positioning of Samorga bag organisers in it. This is like a little slip that you put into your Continental wallet with a chain on it to make your Continental wallet into a mini bag. And now she's made one for your, well, I don't have but like my little Chanel card case. So imagine this is that, and there's like a tiny little slip that you put into the card case slot, and it has a chain. So instead of buying a mini bag from Chanel that's basically a card case on a chain for $2,000, you just buy this little $12 insert from Samorga and you pop it in the card holder, and it...
Christ on a stick.
It turns into...
No,
a mini bag flex.
No, we've talked about this before. I just don't like that.
Oh, you're putting this into the same category as the
Toiletry
cosmetic
bag, yeah.
bag conversion.
It's just it's tacky.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's not. I don't like mixing and matching things like that. Anyways, especially like putting like a different brand, a different designer brand strap on a different bag is probably as close to it as I would get. But I would not put...
See, I like to think that I would do that, but every time I've tried to do that with a Fendi strap, I can't.
Yeah. But putting a Etsy chain on a bag and... No. I just don't like it.
No?
No.
It's a no.
It's... No.
It's a no
what do you
from
think?
you.
Like, if you've bought a wallet, a Continental wallet, it's a wallet. Like, buy a bag.
Yes. Yes. I don't like things to be fussy. I'm okay for things, this is not fussy. This is what it is. You know, there's, I don't have to worry about when I open it, it's going to fall away because the insert's the bit that's strapped around me, whereas with this one it's attached to the bag, so
I didn't even think of the practicality of it, just the
so I'm probably a little bit less tolerant of
DIY bagging. And I've read And I look at it from both perspectives, because I've seen on like the Facebook groups when people have gone, oh, someone was selling like a toiletry bag or something, and then another person commented and they go, yeah, and you can get the kit and you can make it a bag, and like it's a great...
Here you go with the kit.
The kit, but like, oh wow, it's like you're expanding the uses of this luxury item, so you're getting more value for money. And I'm kind of like, but that's not what buying luxury is about. You're not like, if a bag that you want happens to serve multiple functions, and that's great, but it's not the kind of industry where you're trying to get these hacks.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just not what it's for, in my opinion, anyway. So, if you're buying a luxury item with the expectation that you can alter it or add things to it to make it this all-rounder toiletry bag or wallet that serves, like, I just don't think it's the kind of, it's not a crafty Better Homes and Gardens kind of place. So I just don't get that mentality. And like, I'm not saying everyone who does that, they're stupid or anything like that, but it's like, for me personally, it's just not the way I look at it.
I think this is raising an issue for me that I'm interested to know what your thoughts are around YouTube and YouTubing, being a YouTuber, and having I don't know if you can call your channel your brand. I suppose it is, because it is all about you, your ideas, your style, your opinions.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about some of these, not the people per se, but luxury YouTubers who will do a $50,000 haul in one video and then do a cosmetic bag conversion with fake...
Not fake, but generic
accessories,
emulating a Louis Vuitton chain or emulating a Vachetta
that they never put on their Instagram, that they never wear, but for the purposes of a YouTube video. And The reason I bring it up is because I feel like it's a little inauthentic to say,
It's
this
disingenuous.
is who I am,
Yeah.
but I'm this person too, because it's going to make sure that I broaden my market
I'm
for
catering to this.
subscribers.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Do you think that's inauthentic, or do you
I
think
find
that's just somebody who's got a broad range of interests and ways of looking at
No,
things?
I see it as disingenuous because I think that...
Because I thought I was just being a bit tough
snarky.
and judgy.
No, look. If I talked about, like, if I did that, or if you did that, we would have a video out every day, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I personally wouldn't like talk about something that I just wouldn't do.
The amount of endorsements and collaborations that I get emailed is insane. For all sorts of things that I just... And I feel bad for saying no. And maybe there are people that don't even reply to the emails. Because these are not just things that pop up in your DMs. Like, it's a full email, and some of them are great, and I just don't have time. I'll be very honest and say, look, I have a job. YouTube is not... I'm not here to sell things to people. I'm here to connect with people about things that I'm interested in. If I happen to earn a passive income by a few ads on AdSense, great. But unless it's something that I would buy, and I'm not buying Senrev bags. I'm not buying conversion kits. I'm not buying silk pajamas from outside of Australia. I'm not buying any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So just because I get it for free and I talk about it on my channel, like, I think I feel responsible
to steer people in the right direction.
Yeah, and
yes, and look, if I
because
saw...
I don't want to sell things for the purpose, or I don't want to appear to be more relatable to people who wouldn't be relatable if I didn't talk about that thing. Yeah.
I think if there was more transparency, like if a YouTuber who did a $50,000 haul or whatever, and then they wanted to talk about a conversion kit or a strap or whatever, if they said, I personally would not use this, it is not my style,
but I realised
that for some people that's how they roll, and here's how you can do it, here's a thing I've collaborated with, but I personally just wouldn't wear it because it's not how I roll, I would have no problem with that. That's genuine.
So true.
That is relatable, and I would actually...
have more respect.
I'd probably be more inclined to even look at those kind of products, knowing that person, like, do you know what I mean? You'd be kind of like, okay, they're up front, their cards are on the table.
That's right.
It's very genuine, and like, you're not going to like everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to like everything, and but I never see that. Just because you're talking about it doesn't mean you have to like it.
Yes.
I sell bags that I have talked about me not liking personally. Yes. It's how the world is. Like, I'm not going to flog bags on my YouTube channel that I'm selling as a business, saying it's amazing, and then in another video, sledge it.
Yes. You've got to be consistent.
I've got to be consistent. So, I will sell
You're
bags.
So right. That's the thing that's missing.
The transparency.
Transparency, but the next level is this is my income, and as part of me making income, this channel... or that my channel is a place, where I do share what I've bought and what I like. It's also a place where I share products that I come across that you might be interested in. Yeah. Whether you say, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Is a different bit. Because I think when you don't feel that gap, for me, as a receiver of messages or a viewer, and I can see a few people that are progressively moving into, doing YouTube full time, you go, it's disingenuous.
Yeah, just be honest about, and look, like, if I was a brand getting a YouTuber to promote my products, I would not have a problem with them saying this product is not for me personally. Because they're not criticizing
to an audience of maybe 500,000 people. For some of them,
and they're not criticizing the products for the quality, for the practicality, or whatever. They're just saying it's not for me. Who cares?
Yeah, true.
So I just would like to see more transparency with things. with stuff like that. Just be honest and, just, you're not going to like everything. No one cares.
Yeah. Should we talk about the Sex and the City reboot?
Yes. What are your thoughts on the reboot? You ready for it? Or are you kind of like, why are they doing this? Should have let sleeping dogs lie? Is that the expression?
Part of me is like, I really want to see where the characters go.
Yeah.
But I think it won't be Sex in the City. And if we think it will be, then we're kidding ourselves. We're probably going to be disappointed.
Like, got to manage your expectations.
They're all married.
Yeah.
They're all married.
There's no Samantha.
So they're not going to be talking about dating. They'll be talking about
Well,
marriage.
we don't know if they're married because I've read that.
Oh, true. Them things might have happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, we know Harry's back. We know Steve's back. We know Chris is back.
But I think that they...
Sorry, Big.
Well, sorry. Some of the theories are like the scenes that we've seen, because there's a lot of paparazzi taking photos. They're, what's the word? Like, retrospectively talking about something. So they filmed a scene saying, back here, blah, 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 but then they're currently divorced or single or whatever. Okay. So they've just used them for that, to fill in gaps.
Okay.
That's one of the theories, but obviously I don't know. I don't think Charlotte would be divorced because I've seen... Yeah, I just don't think that they would do that to her.
And they've had the girls involved as well.
Yeah, they've had like the... and... Yeah, I don't know what direction they will go, but I'm kind of like not going in with like I want it to be like this, and if it's not, I'll be really disappointed because it'll be different. It'll be a different show.
Absolutely, and like if it's not Sex in the City and it is about women in their 40s, even though they're all in their 50s, I think. If it's about women in their 40s navigating career, life, marriage, friendships, I'll be interested.
Yeah. Bit of fashions, a bit of flexing.
Yeah. I think I'm quite disturbed by the commentary on the aging process.
I wasn't happy with that.
Or the
cosmetics.
Yeah.
I
think that's really unfair. And you know what? It's all women doing that. It's not really men doing it. It's women commenting.
I remember when the first photo, I think it was of like Kerry, Charlotte and Miranda, and I think I shared it on my Instagram, and people, the first thing they wrote was look at Cynthia, look at
Kirsten
Davis. And I'm like, yeah, like she's mid-50s.
Yeah.
She's, what about it? Like she aged. People age.
Yes.
They're not supposed to be embalmed in like youth, and I'm like, why is that the first thing that you've fixated on?
Yeah.
I looked at everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't really. Yeah, she's had a bit of filler. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, but everyone.
You're damned if you do.
It's in your life. You could look at them and say, oh, would you go? I only have friends that are fully,
But if they age naturally, then they're like, they're looking a bit haggard or so they're and I'm like, what? Just because they're famous does not mean they're exempt from the aging process.
No.
And I'm like, it's like if I was a famous person or a celebrity, that would hinder me wanting to do future things. I'd think, well, why do I bother putting myself back into the spotlight? Because all of those women have had like big careers. Like they don't need to work. This isn't for the money.
No.
It's like they're doing it because they're artists.
Yeah,
and
it's a project.
It's a project.
Something they're fond of. And
yeah, exactly. So
maybe they want the money, but they don't need
money.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like that.
I tell you what, though, you know what it tells me about aging?
What?
That if you're a little bit chubbier, like you're going to look younger for longer. The skinnier you are, the quicker you age.
Yeah, because the fat holds everything up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
have that donut.
I'm just like,
yes. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
But I wasn't happy with those comments. I think it's just totally unnecessary.
It made me feel sad. I was like,
me too,
because I talk about my friends like that.
Yeah, and I'm like, imagine like reading that about yourself, thinking, oh fuck, I've just come back to do this, and that's the first thing you're fixated on.
Yeah.
And look, I think there would be an element of all those celebrities where they wouldn't even engage in that. Like, it would be
Yeah.
it would have happened for so many years or whatever. But that doesn't make it right.
I was going to say, but you don't get that in movies.
James Bond.
Because, well, that's right. But I think the difference in this series and the way that people feel that they can talk about the appearance of the lead actors is the fact that in a movie it's very obvious that you're playing a character, and it's a period of time, and you're in a movie, and you can definitely separate that from the person. But I think with Sex and the City, it's like we know them, like they're people that we know. We have a more intimate relationship with them.
You're in their
we know
apartment,
more
they're
about
going
them.
to work, you know the families, and
we've been there
more
through
character development.
That's right, exactly. And so we have a view that we're close enough that we can comment on those things. And I think it's a bit rough.
I think it's a bit rough.
Yeah. It's like going to a school reunion and standing in the corner and kind of going, ooh, I'm
Chicken
feeling
feet.
quite good about myself right now.
Yeah.
Like, how many things do you miss out on in life because you were too worried about what other people think? I mean, what I'd like to do is...
I didn't go into the fish and chip shop because the door wouldn't open, and I got back in my car and went home. And I was like, oh my God, someone's probably saw me open the door and it didn't open.
How much did you want fish and chips that
Really
night?
bad. And I was like, oh damn it, why didn't I just try? And it was open. I just went through the wrong door. Like, it was one of those, like, you got to use the other door thing.
See,
How
if that was
embarrassing.
me, I'd walk in and be like, oh God, obviously I need to learn how to open doors properly. Like, and I'd just take the mickey out of myself.
I was just mortified.
Why? Was there an audience?
I don't know.
You're mortified at yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm like self-critiqued.
Oh, you're a dag.
I know, such
That's
a
funny.
dag. Think back onto Sex and the City.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing, you know, because it's not just the storyline, it's like the decadence apartments and the fashion and the bags.
New York. Like,
and
how
New
long's
York.
it been? We
Yeah.
can't even go to New York. So it'll be like a virtual trip to New York City.
Yes, yeah.
And in this period of time. Have you heard of whether or not they're going to mention COVID? Like, is COVID going to be...
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just know that they've changed the name from Sex and the City to And Just Like That to change that mindset that it's going to be the same.
Yes.
But, you know, I'll watch it.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Should we do a little segment on how we save money for luxury? Funny
Yeah.
things?
How do you save money for luxury?
I just work.
Just have a job.
I just have...
There we go, that's the segment.
Done.
I don't know if I save money for luxury. I just
Have
say...
you done a video on saving money for
No,
luxury?
I've just done one on how I afford it myself.
Okay.
So I haven't given tips. I've just said this is what I do, because people are like, how do you buy this?
How do you do it? Did I watch that video?
Yeah, I think you did.
No, I watch all your videos.
Oh, I watch all yours too.
No.
Stockholm syndrome. No. No, I just talked about like having a plan, like not being like, oh God, this bill's coming up, and being like blindsided when you knew subconsciously it was coming up.
Yeah.
I use Shopback, like that app.
Oh,
and
yes, I do. Yes, so it's coming back to me.
Yeah. Shopback's really, really good. I think I'm sitting on like $600 this year that money I saved, and I just use... I think I buy gift cards with the money I've accumulated.
And the credit card and reward points?
Yeah, I use my credit card with reward points.
Yes.
Yeah. All those things.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Connor and I have this funny thing when we get together because we watch a few YouTube videos around how people save money for luxury, and there's all sorts of things that are
obscure
and very small things, and they're meant to instill hope that you can make small changes and
have bigger. Yeah.
I mean, I don't have that kind of patience, and so we have a little running joke about how we save money for luxury, and one of my things, I mean, it would work. Whenever I go to my makeup shop, and they haven't carried my Hourglass Illusion skin tint for months now, And so every time I go and ask for it, if I see that they have a tester available, they'll ask, like, do you want a sample pot to help get you by? And I'd be like, yeah. And then we were together one time, and because it will last about a week. And if I alternate it with some other product that I don't like as much, you know, it'll last longer.
Yeah.
And we both said to each other, how to save money for luxury. Never pay for makeup, just get samples.
Yeah. But look, I think you've got to be realistic, and I don't think if you want something, sacrificing 90% of the pleasures of life to get it is not worth it.
No.
Like, I would never do that. I wouldn't give up coffee for 6 months and save that, you know, like, who would do that?
Oh, that bag had better be worth it. Well,
Like-
if it's a bag.
Yeah, but that kind of mentality, like, you got to live.
Imagine how miserable you'd be.
Yeah. You'd be horrible. You'd be just like, you'd wake up with...
You wouldn't even have an essay because you wouldn't be able to maintain a relationship.
So, like, yeah, you've just got to be smart. And if you don't earn a wage that gives you a discretionary income that accompanies luxury items, then...
Think about side hustles and
like
alternative revenue streams.
That's right.
Okay. Well, it's been great chatting.
It's been great chatting.
Hasn't it been fabulous?
It's been fabulous.
Fabulous.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Yes,
and,
thank you for watching.
It's been a big opinionated segment, and we like to, you know, push the boundaries.
It's like a podcast edition.
Yeah, it's more like a podcast.
Yes,
yeah.
Except you can
very 2021.
see us. Very much so.
It's like a visual podcast.
It is a visual
podcast. Is that what it's called? A vodka. Podcast.
If you've liked this video, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing.
And pop it down in the comments what you think, and we can have a chat. And if you have not subscribed to us on Instagram, do it, because there is gold magic happening in the stories.
Absolute gold.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.